Welcome to the Kendy and Raybo podcast, episode 110, recorded in Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre. Can I start with
Go on.
a little bit of a song?
Yeah, absolutely.
Push it.
Why?
Push it real good.
Why are you doing that?
I don't know.
That's so weird. That's the weirdest thing you've ever done on this before. I thought you were going to show me something.
No, it's just given to me head there before you started recording.
You wanted to sing me Push It because it came into your head.
I couldn't sing it. Just get sorry. What
But
right.
In what context did you want to do that?
Just give it to me head.
That is the weirdest thing you've ever done on this podcast.
Let's continue with weird things.
Okay, go on.
Do you ever get the urge
Yeah.
to drive up a one-way street?
No.
No.
I've never got that urge. That'd freak me out.
I suffer-
Embarrassment would make me not do that.
I think, okay, we're getting into it then so.
Okay.
Right? Let's just give everybody a background. This is 110.
Yeah.
You're drinking the pint of Guinea.
I'm drinking a pint of Guinea, yeah.
I'm drinking the windiest tin of Coors Light possible.
Oh, man, you're going to be in the middle of it all. Go on.
And I'd like to talk about driving the wrong way up roads and
Right.
what it signifies.
Okay, it signifies one of two things. Either you did it because you didn't mean to, is what I mean, and you're just shite at conducting yourself.
In a motorist.
Or two, you did it because you don't give a shite what goes on. You're going, I have to get from A to B. I'm going up that way, and you're also a prick if you do that as well.
No, it's not that.
Okay.
In particular, and I suppose our non-Sligo listeners won't know this, but you know there where Sweet Beat is?
Yeah.
You know that whole area there? That's all a one-way street.
Sligo is all a one-way street.
It is,
the whole town.
But this one particular one-way area,
Yeah.
I suppose it bothers me that if I want to get to the Sweet Beat, I have to drive the whole way around town to get to it. Do you know?
Yeah.
Or most likely Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre, where we are this evening. Thank you again. And wonderful food items.
Lovely.
Yeah, so in order for us to get here to record this podcast,
Yeah.
I have to drive the whole way around town.
Yes.
And sometimes I just want to go out by Boyle Sports there and just turn right.
Mm-hmm.
And drive against the flow of traffic.
Yeah, because it's only down the road for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what would people say?
They'd lose their head at you.
But isn't that mad?
Why is that mad? It's the rules.
I know it's the rules. But
For all people that are going to say why you're the rule guy, like you're the guy who's like, no, Jaxie, you have to stick to the rules. I don't care.
But maybe do you think from years of being like that? Do you think maybe
You're ready to burst.
I think I'm ready to. I've had enough of it.
So not only are you going to go the wrong way down the road, but you're going to be out of it on coke in the car as well
there'll
while
be
you
none
do
of
it.
that.
You're going to break all the rules.
No,
man.
I wouldn't do that. But I do enjoy the idea of possibly driving an area where you're not supposed to be driving, and just watching the reactions of people. And being okay with those reactions. I think that's the thing I want.
Yeah.
I want to be able to do something that's going to annoy people. Maybe that's it, actually.
No,
No, sorry,
but-
I'm getting into my head here.
Yeah.
I want to be less affected by people being annoyed at me.
Yeah.
That's it.
But also, like, that's a big one to go doing, though. It doesn't sound like a big one, but driving the wrong way up a road is a bastard move. You're just being such a bastard.
I think that's why I think that's the ultimate way to get over my hatred of people being annoyed at me.
It's actually a bollocks move more than a bastard move. Because there's levels to this game. But
Right.
you have to think about what the person in the car opposite you would be saying in the other car.
Or they'd hate me.
They wouldn't call you a bastard.
No.
They wouldn't say, look, they'd say, what that bollocks doing? It's a bollocks game. I mean, I don't think you have it in you, though, really, to be honest.
Do you not think so?
Not at all. You don't
I know
have
the
it in you.
guards would get you because I had an incident with the Gardaí
Okay.
up in Dublin one night. We were it was a big gig with Tarantino, which is a band I used to do sound with.
Yeah.
And we did a gig, and I drove the wrong way down a one-way street
Okay.
to get the van in to load it.
Right.
I just didn't happen to know that it was a one-way street.
Okay.
And the guard pulled me over. Now, I should admit, I wasn't driving. I actually got an old to drive. Because another part of the story is I had a few drinks taken.
Oh, yup.
So
good job.
It was after the gig this is happening. So
Yeah.
Noel drove the van back down the one-way street.
Yeah.
Guards pulled us over, got pure tickets. Of course, I got all annoyed and vexed up in the guard's face.
It's
Wasn't my
did you?
finest moment.
Did you actually?
Yeah, I was going to go, why are you being so hard on us? We're only a band from Wexford/Mayo. So we don't know these mean streets of Dublin.
That's weird. Again, I don't know that in you because you'd be the one going, I was like, are you going to find me? And he'd say no. And you'd say, no, you should find me now. Look, I'm going to give you 80. Don't worry about it. It's funny that you're on about driving and all that kind of stuff because I have a question to ask you.
Sure.
Is today pension day?
What?
Is today pension day, no? You know from the Department of Government. Do people collect their pensions on a Tuesday?
There is something collected on a Tuesday. I thought it was Pup Day.
No, it's a dole. Also, the dole and all other social payments are collected on Tuesday, but not old people's money, no?
I don't know.
Because fucking hell, the town was full of old people today, Ray.
I just feel like Benidorm on a warm summer's night.
That drives my stress
Why?
to the next level. Because I went shopping today.
Oh. Right.
Oh my, Ray, they're unbelievable. If you go down by Aldi or Dunn's there, don't go down there when the old ones are out and about, Ray. It's an absolute death trap.
What were they doing to you?
They're driving 2 miles an hour, stopping on roundabouts. And then the fucking school, the Ursuline school, then was going out as well. And there was a load of people getting collected there. It was absolute chaos down your side of town.
I've seen that. A big heap of cars where there's never a big heap of cars.
There's a couple of things that you can get away with in this country if you want to park illegally, right? There's a couple of reasons you can do it.
You're collecting children.
If you're collecting children, and then the other two are if there's a match on or there's mass on.
Yeah.
That's where you can just throw your car anywhere you want, right?
Yeah.
So take those dirty, ignorant mammies, right, that were down outside the school today at 4 o'clock, right?
Parking on corners.
Parking on corners and parking on zebra crossings, right?
Yeah.
And then add in a load of geriatric bastards as well driving around the place. And that equals Kendy driving around the Skoda losing his mind.
But do you ever think you're going to eventually be one of those two types of people? You're going to be a geriatric mother.
I mean, I'm definitely going to be an old person. That's a good point you're making, actually. Go on. Sorry, go on.
Sorry, you're just firing things in my head
Yeah,
right now.
come
It's
on,
not
come
happening.
on,
We'll
come
probably
on.
run out of steam about 20 minutes in, but then we'll get to the real stuff. We talk about you being an old person
Yeah.
and also geriatric mothers.
Mm-hmm.
I did not I did not realize there was such a thing.
There is such thing as a geriatric mammy.
Apparently, if you're over, is it 30?
Yeah, you're a geriatric mother.
Or I think even less.
You know, but if you're pregnant at the time is what it is.
Yeah.
So what happens is...
What an awful word to accuse a woman of
That's
being.
what I thought as well. I
Yeah.
said, if I say that to Nicola, she'd box the job, but there's a doctor going to come in and tell her that now.
Yeah.
So what happens is that they go in and they say, okay, you're in your later stage of your birth-giving stage of life. So you're now a geriatric mother, which means you're at higher risk of trouble within it. But I was like, that's like still saying mental hospital. Like I said, I thought that phrase would be outdated by now. Geriatric. Because geriatric's an insult. You geriatric bastard, you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It could also be a name, Jerry Atrick. Hello, Mr. Atrick. How are you?
You know that fella? Yeah, Sheet Atrick as well. So
The wife.
the wife was Sheet Atrick. You know Jerry. So yeah, that is a real thing, isn't that mental?
But apparently then the optimum time for having the children is the late teens.
Yeah, I know, but listen, Ray, we're getting into some weird territory.
I know.
here.
Let's go back to you being an old lad. Sorry, you're right. I went for a short walk before. I decided to break up the day. I came out of the office, which is my bedroom.
Yeah.
And I decided to go for a short walk to freshen myself.
Yeah.
And it has had an unbelievable effect
Well,
on
that's
me.
great because you look fresh now and you're acting fresh, which is good because this is going to get big sexy.
You as an old lad.
Me as an old lad. And I'm worried about this now because we've gone straight in from talking about old fellas wrecking me head inside in town to talking about me being an old lad, which is weird because Tommy and Hector actually talked about this on this week's podcast.
Don't be
as well.
stealing their material.
That's what we didn't even mean to do this. It just fucking happened, so it is what it is. Why are you going to ask me? What kind of old lad am I going to be?
Well, it's just, you're driving around now pure tech with the old lads. But imagine when you're the old lad.
That's the one thing I'll try and maintain in my old age.
What's that?
Is
Your
that
youth.
I'll keep me youth of driving.
Okay.
I will, as in what I mean is I'll drive normal. Drive like a normal person, for God's sake. There's only one lad ever I knew that drove like a normal person as an old lad, right? He used to go into Super Value in Castlereagh when I used to be working there, right? Ray, he turned 104, I think, last year.
Oh,
so
marvelous.
when I was in Super Value, he would have been 90.
Yeah.
Right? He could barely walk into Super Value. But when he left, he took off, man, in the Escort at about 100 mile an hour.
Lovely.
And I felt like saying, fair play to him. Because he's not wrecking anyone's heading the way home now, is he? Like, because it's fucking dangerous. I think it's more dangerous to drive slow than just drive fast.
Yeah.
All right? Everyone out there is going to give out saying, Kendy, how are you saying that, you stupid bastard?
I think they're right.
I think it's true. I think it's more dangerous to drive slow. Do you know why? Because you drive me demented. I'm trying to overtake you, lovey, and next thing there's a truck coming the other way.
But that's another thing. You're pure impatient, as are many people.
Yeah.
In situations such as that. I've been there.
It drives me up.
Did you
the
ever
wall.
find though? I'd be driving to Ballina the whole time, and there'd be an awful slow coach in front of me.
Yeah.
And I go to all lengths to overtake them.
Yeah.
And I'd overtake them, and I'd get as far as Judge's Garage down at the outskirts of Ballina, and I'd pull in to get myself a cup of tea, or possibly go for a pee-pee.
Yeah.
Right?
And then he'd be up behind you.
30 seconds later, the man has come out behind me.
I know, yeah, but it wouldn't be 30 seconds of me not by. He'd be about 5 minutes behind
No,
me.
it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how fast I drove.
Yeah.
He's right behind me.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
So I learned that there was no need to overtake him at all.
no, but it's not the getting there quicker a lot of the time, though. Think about this for a second. It's the concentration it takes to stay behind a car that's doing that.
Okay.
And kind of braking every swapping and then going and then stop slowing. They're the ones that annoy me.
Well, I like them because they're always, they're never going to hit the speed ban, actually. No.
Well, that is always a good sign, actually, when you go by That's happened to me a good few times.
When the car in front of you gets done.
No, when the car in front of you, when you're like, if I don't get by this fella, I'm going to burn Bella down. I go burn the whole town down. And then you get further down the road and there's a speed van and you end up going, oh, thank fuck I didn't get out past your man.
It's the universe.
Yeah.
This man was sent to mind you today. The universe has minded you.
But come here. So what, because I want to get into this, like I said, the boys get into it as well. But what kind of outlet are you going to be? Because you tried to jump into a conversation there about young ones should be pregnant as young ones. And what I think it was Tommy was saying that he knew an old lad who used to be, looking at young ones the whole time. And the older me and you get now, the creepier and creepier that is. Okay?
Okay.
So what kind of an old lad are you going to be? And when are you going to say, I can't be looking at young ones anymore? I'm not talking about teenagers now, you dirty perverts. People in their 20s.
I think I'm going to be fairly all right. I'm going to be much the same as...
as now.
As now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like...
I don't think I'm going to change a whole lot because I wouldn't say that I'm reflecting my age as I am. I'm 37 going on 38.
And what do you think, how do you feel in your head?
Younger. I've always felt younger.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think when I'm an outlet, I'll probably feel younger. So I won't really act like an outlet.
But I feel older than I am, though.
Well, I'm glad you raised that. Before I went on my walk this evening, I parked the car outside Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre. Saying good this week, I'm on the ball. And wonderful food items, right?
Yeah.
And you happened to be standing outside.
Yeah. So weird. Yeah.
But I can't get over how you were dressed.
Why?
And I thought about this on the walk. I thought to myself, can I bring this up with Mark?
Go on, how was I dressed?
Like an absolute scanger.
No, but come here now. That's me house clothes.
But you look like an absolute scanger. You're wearing, what do you call the thing you're after taking off because it make too much noise?
A body warmer.
Body warmer.
You know those, like they're actually called a gilet, like.
Yeah, gilet.
Yeah.
For the best a man can get. Right?
Yeah.
And a red pair of, what are they?
They're Puma
Air
shoes.
Jordans or something.
They're fucking Puma, simple old shoe.
And then a fancy, it's all grey then. It's grey tracksuit bottom, grey tracksuit top.
The grey, well, wait you here now, actually. Now that you're on about me looking like a scanger, I made a decision today that I didn't know reflected my conservatism in old age, or was I looking like a scanger?
I was afraid you were going to start shouting football abuse at me. That's kind of what you look like. The sort of fella to be up in the stands.
Football abuse,
Football abuse.
Hey, come here to see you. Football abuse is you now, you prick. So I went into Dunnes stores today to do a bit of shopping, right?
Right.
And you can't buy clothes anywhere. I don't mind buying clothes online. I don't mind it. But when they get here, you go, I'm either fat as a fool, this looks shite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wanted to look at clothes, feel clothes, get the material of them, and then buy them. I bought a grey kind of casual tracksuity thing from Dunnes stores, right? I have never bought clothes in Dunnes stores before because that's where my old lady would buy her gowns and her
gowns. Oh, and every mammy out there has a gown or a selection of gowns. My mammy has gowns.
A blouse, like, you know.
Yeah, big blousings.
Yeah, like Dunnes stores in the 90s used to be like, have you a civil servant job? Are you a 50-year-old woman? Please, this is your shop. Yeah. You'd be getting old pantsuits in there. Oh, Jesus.
Does that mean that Jack and Jones, are you a civil servant? Are you in your early 30s?
Yeah.
This is your shop.
That's Jack and Jones, 100%.
Yeah,
now, I bought a grey tracksuit today from Dunnes stores.
Right.
And I said, this is the most old-fashioned I've ever got in my life. Like, I'm buying clothes in Dunnes. But again, if you do it, it's all right. I don't care.
Like jocks and socks be mine.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's one thing about Dunnes. But I actually went in, I'm going to get a style of tracksuit in here. Now, that tracksuit, even though I bought it in Dunnes stores and feel like an outlet, I think it makes me look like I'm in Castlereagh or Mountjoy.
Absolutely, because it's not tight, fitted.
No, yeah, but not this one, though. A different one.
Yeah, but is that one from Dunnes stores?
No, this is a Nike one.
Oh,
I bought a new one.
Yeah.
And it's a grey sweatshirt
you look
top.
like you're in Castlereagh.
I know, but wait and you see this other York.
Be careful going home.
Yeah, but I mean, they just go, there's another one of them. Oh,
yeah.
Did I ever tell you the story about Castlereagh Prison where two boys broke out one night and went for a pint, no?
No.
Did I ever tell you that? So there's a section of Castlereagh Prison, right? And it's like really minor stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's out the front, it's actually the other side
driving
of the
wrong way up a one-way street. That kind of stuff.
Yeah. You wear a grey tracksuit in there from Dunnes, right?
Yeah.
So there was a friend of ours used to be like a prison officer there.
Sorry, I could see Dunnes having a prison range.
But none of it is orange like jumpsuits. It's all grey. Because that's the thing as well.
Yeah.
In Ireland, when you watch any of them Mountjoy shows or anything like that, the boys are all wearing Adidas inside the fucking thing. And he's texting his bureau on a phone.
Yeah.
I watched this one about a load of young fellas, right, in Mountjoy, who are like they're trying to get parole and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, and I'm trying to stay away from it. I'm not on the heroin anymore, and I'm on the right path here. I have a parole meeting in a year. Every single one of those boys on the television are going around playing pool, wearing Adidas tracksuit and texting their missus on telephones.
Yeah.
What the fuck? How'd your man get a Nokia in there? You're not supposed to have a Nokia in
He
there.
gets fired over the wall.
And then a boy comes into the cell, right? And he says, Jimmy, man, the match is on and you coming down, Liverpool are on.
Yeah.
And then the boys go down and watch the match.
How is that any different to what you do here in this house?
It's no different. They have
So what's your problem?
PlayStations. They have PlayStations and everything. I know, man. I might go out and fucking break some laws, man. Let's break some laws and break some jaws.
Did you ever go with an argument and realise your argument is totally flawed? I don't know why I was saying, is that any different to where you are here? So I'm agreeing with you.
I know, but that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's no fucking different. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, the boys in Castlereagh one night, anyway. They used to have a film night every week, you know? They go in and watch something, probably Shawshank or something like that.
Yeah.
And
The
maybe
Rock.
Meat
Sean
Machine.
Yeah.
The Longest Yard. And they'd go in. Anyway, and two of the boys...
I can't think of the Eddie Murphy film, Life.
Life!
Yes,
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
a great one. So the two boys got out, right? They went down to Kate's bar down the town. They went out the window while everyone else was watching the
lovely.
film, right? Jimmy's there. Jimmy's having the crack watching it with them. And then he doesn't realise two boys are gone.
Yeah.
Big trouble for Jimmy, hey?
Yeah.
Kate rings him from Kate's bar and says, Jimmy, there's two boys down here boasting about the fact that they just left the prison and they're having a pint here with us, right? And Jimmy said, the boys are harmless enough and they will come back because they have no reason to break out of prison.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're only in here for a month or two.
That's serious or restraint.
Well, it is because the boys are only in there probably for fucking, like I said, driving violations or some shit, man, you know? So what Jimmy did was, when the boys tried to sneak back in without being unnoticed,
Close the window.
He closed the window on them outside. The two boys are outside going, fucking, what are we going to do, like? And I think, I don't know what happened to them, because that's a bad violation, man. Jesus Christ.
But it's only as bad as, Jimmy made it.
Well, Jimmy said...
Jimmy's all the power in that situation.
Well, then he kept the power in that situation because he had the power to close the window.
And I'd say they respected him more for it.
I doubt it, no. I'd say they probably lost the head.
They were probably the laughing stock of the whole prison.
Well, that's the thing. Did you ever get inside Castlereagh prison or inside any kind of prison?
I've never been in prison.
Okay, well, here we go. I'm going to give everyone the scoop, right? Kendy come from a prison town.
Prison town.
Right? Castlereagh prison.
P-town.
Did I ever tell you the story about what was supposed to happen to Castlereagh prison as well? Get ready for some history lessons. Everyone put the kettle on.
Were they supposed to put a roof on it or something?
No. Ming's been trying for years to roof Castlereagh. Right? He got nowhere. So,
Like Mr. Burns.
Castlereagh prison used to be the mental hospital, right? The same way that Columbus is here in Sligo and all that. And they used to build those mental hospitals on the outskirts of town, Ray, right?
Yeah, like a retail park.
Yeah, because... All right, so you had mental hospital, then you had Curry's, PC World,
Yeah.
Halfords, right? So they used to build them on the outskirts of town to keep the lunatics away. Like, that was the idea, like,
Yeah.
And Castlereagh Mental Institution, right, was there outside of town.
Yeah.
Because the prison is outside town. And when they were closing up all those old school mental hospitals like Columbus and Lomans and fucking all of them, they said, what are we going to do with this building that we have here? It's a state building, like. And apparently, and someone in Castlereagh might jump in and tell me if I'm right or wrong here, because I'm very good at just throwing stuff out that might not be true. Apparently, there was a choice given. Will we put in an agricultural college? Will we put in a prison? And seriously now. And apparently the people in charge thought we'll get more employment in the town if we put in a prison. And Castlereagh right now could be littered with students.
Full of farmers.
Full of farming students. But wouldn't they be spending money? And instead it's full of...
Where's the other? There's an agricultural college in this town, in this country somewhere.
Letterfrack.
No, it's not. There's one down in Carlow or something.
Oh, there is one somewhere. Yeah, somewhere around the place.
We do gigs down there at the odd time.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrible place.
A different kind of people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of pints of Bulmers pulled into chests like that. There's a lot of people with hands inside in their Levi's and the thumb just sticking out a little bit.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of belts that are hanging down one leg.
Yeah.
You know? So there is a lot of that going on.
Castlereagh didn't need that.
Well, Castlereagh has a lot of that anyway, Ray.
Have you a big Duns in Castlereagh that supplies all the tracks?
There's a big Notting in Castlereagh.
Right.
There's a big but that's the thing. There's a big prison in Castlereagh. That's it, right?
Okay.
That's the history of Castlereagh prison, where it came from and what it could have been. But like, I've grown up in one of those prison towns, man. It's weird, like. And I didn't know when I was a young fella that it was weird to have a prison in your town. I thought every town had a prison.
Town has a prison.
Yeah. I thought every single town had a prison in it.
Yeah.
Turns out there's about 3 of them in Ireland. There's about 3 prisons.
Not a huge amount.
You have Limerick, Mountjoy, and Castlereagh. Anyway, that's Castlereagh prison anyway. I don't know why the hell that came into my head or what the hell was going on. In other news, Ray, I have one more thing I do want to tell you. is, and this is a weird one, and it happened to me again last night, and I want to see if I'm the only one that this ever happens to.
Was it journaling?
Well, no, it actually wasn't. I actually didn't do any journaling this week. Would you believe that?
I wouldn't.
Because I forgot. Right. I actually forgot to stop and journal my life. But
what happened to you last night?
Have you ever fallen asleep and woke up in the middle of the night to find that you slept on top of both of your arms and now you can't move?
No.
That never happened to you?
No, that happened to you.
Fuck, then it must be only me then. Every couple of weeks I have to wake Nicola up. I'll wake up in the middle of the night, right?
Yeah.
Lying on me belly.
Yeah.
Down. And I'll have to turn my head and go, Nicola.
You're stuck.
Nicola slept on my arms again and I can't move because they're dead. There's no blood in them.
Oh my God.
And she has to roll me over. That happens to me regular, like.
We all have our problems. Should I wake up at the door of the room with the light on in the room?
Well, you move too much probably.
I'm standing at the door of the bedroom.
Yeah.
Looking back into the bedroom with the light on. And I know something's wrong, but I can't tell what it is.
So do you wake up in the middle of your little stints? Like, does that ever happen to you?
How do you mean now? I do. Yeah, no, I do wake up. Yeah, and I always get confused.
Right.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Like there'd be sometimes I get up to go to the toilet.
Yeah.
And Laura'd say, "Are you all right?"
Mm.
And I'd say, "Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, what's wrong?" But the reason she's asking me, "Am I all right?" Because for 5 minutes before that, I'd have been talking gibberish and sitting on the side of the bed.
Do you ever worry that you'll say something really bad? Like,
nah, it's gibberish.
You're so lucky.
I'm saving grace.
You're so lucky. Like.
Oh yeah, she could ask me any question in the world and I'd have to tell her the truth. I can't do that. Telling her things like I got a Chinese the night she went to the hen.
Is that what happened? Did you tell her that?
Oh well, she found out the podcast after.
Oh yeah. But like, do you ever worry that like you'll wake up some night like sleepwalking, like, and like you'll turn to Laura and say, "Laura, I never told you this before, but I think you're a dirty old ignorant bastard." You know what I mean?
But I know that won't happen, but I also have a fear that she might pretend that happened some night.
Oh, but she should.
That'd be good crack.
She should say, "Oh yeah, you know what you told me last night."
Yeah. And then keep it going for a few days.
Yeah, and you'd be like, "What?" And then eventually she'd be like, "Well, you told me you rode 3 Swedish models like 2 nights ago." You know? Yeah, which is altogether possible for you to have done. You know what I mean?
How?
It is.
How is that altogether possible?
I didn't want to say it like, but
you know.
But it should be that'd freak me out, man, that you could say anything.
But the worst thing is, as a family, we're all known for it.
Oh, every one of you sleepwalk. Yeah,
there's 4 of us in the family, 3 girls and a boy, and we all do it to an extent.
Man, you'd be like Step Brothers, the film, going around the place with each other.
That happened in
no way.
I won't say on a particular Spanish tour. 2 of my sisters, who should remain nameless, were abroad in the Spanish tour.
Like you have 3 sisters.
I know, but look, I'm leaving it nice and vague so that they're not upsetting
One
me
of them
during
is
the week.
safe.
One of them is safe. So yeah, one of these is not like the rest. But they were abroad in Spain. They were having chats in the middle of the night, talking away to each other in their sleep.
Like what? Saying what?
Just.
Does any of it ever make sense? That's what I'm
I don't think
intrigued by.
so. No.
So you never say anything to someone that's like a normal sentence.
No.
So no one has ever woke up with, like the next day from you or any of your sisters.
Do you want to hear a clip of me talking in my sleep?
Love, please show me a clip of you talking in your sleep.
Right. Okay.
Unbelievable.
Now we were talking about it. This is an old clip now, an oldie but a goodie. Right? Wait till I see my connector to the yoke here. All right, here we go. So I like to call this one For God's Sake. Okay? Are you ready?
I can't wait to hear this.
All right, here we go. For God's sake. Jesus, tonight. How do I get out of here? That was me putting my trousers on. Yeah.
You just did the.
Yeah. And I can only guess as to what had happened there now. What happened there now was probably, it was water everywhere in the room.
Oh, fuck.
And I woke up and reacted.
You said, how do I get out of here?
No, Jesus, tonight I'll have to get out of here.
Oh, I said, how do I get out?
No, I'll have to get out of here. Basically, I was gone.
Holy
Time to go.
shit, man.
Yeah.
So it's not gibberish though. It's not, you're actually saying something.
Yeah. Try
have you more?
Here. Yeah.
Oh, best day of my life.
These are saved on my phone. I have a little app that tapes me while I'm asleep.
Oh, when audio kicks in, it starts recording.
Yeah, it starts recording.
Unbelievable.
So I've named this one Great. Yeah, it's great. That's it. So So whatever's happening there in my dreams, it's great.
Oh, that's unreal.
I have another one here. It's only 6 seconds. I've named this one Keith. This is a particular. It's like I have a greatest hits of nights. You know. Here we go.
That's unreal.
Hello, Keith.
You want to hear that again? Here we go.
Hello, Keith.
I gotta keep over.
I can't hear what I say after. Will you shut up for a second and we hear what I hear after Keith, right? Hold on. Shh.
Hello, Keith. How are you keeping?
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's
So obviously in my dreams I've just met Keith, and I can only imagine that's Keith Brennan, who we used to go to school with.
Yeah, no, but you sounded sexy towards Keith there. Oh, hello.
Did I?
Hello, Keith.
Let's hear that again.
You met him in the Jacks.
Sure, hear it again.
Hello, Keith.
Oh, you sound so sexy. Oh, you met Keith, man, in the Jacks. You were like, oh, hello, Keith. Oh, Ray, they're the best things
I've
ever.
more.
How often do they record? Like,
I've more.
Please give them all to me.
I've called it. This is one of my favourites.
Okay.
Right? Save the best for last. How often do they record? It records loads of little clips during the night because it's not just me talking. It can be sometimes if the bed is noisy.
Yeah, it'll kick in.
It'll kick in, and if there's cars driving by, it'll kick in. Or if you do happen to get up and look at something on your phone, you're actually awake. Do you know?
Yeah.
Right? But,
Now, but come here.
Yeah.
I need you to audit these all the time. Please.
You want me to do it all the time?
Oh, like just go through them maybe once a week.
Okay.
Oh, like they're the best
Wait
things
to hear
ever.
this one. This is fascinating. This is fascinating. This one's called, ladies and gentlemen, this is a song I recorded called O'Rourke. Now, can you stay quiet while we're listening to this, please?
I'm gonna
Thank you.
try my best.
Okay, here we go.
Fergal here. John O'Rourke. Michael O'Rourke here. I'm bringing you now from...
No! Isn't that not freaky? So I think I actually start, now that I'm hearing it on headphones, I say start off with Fergal here.
Yeah.
Which can only be Fergal Harrison, the owner and emperor of Fiddler's Creek.
Man, you took, I don't know if it is Fergal Harrison, I think you took on the role of a civil servant called Fergal.
Right. Oh,
Ringing
okay.
the
So
O'Rourke's.
all right. Let's hear it again.
I
So-
think you might have been an agricultural something.
Oh, hold on now.
Fergal here.
Fergal here, right. Little whistle.
John O'Rourke.
John O'Rourke. Don't know who that is. Michael O'Rourke. I'm ringing you now from.
Oh my God. Ray, they are the best things I've ever heard. Why would you never show me them ever?
Sometimes you have to keep content. But shouldn't people probably didn't enjoy that at all?
No.
I'm sorry to everybody.
It's the best thing ever. So how often does that happen to you then?
It happens. It depends on how stressed I am.
Okay.
And I haven't been very stressed in the last while.
So if you're stressed to the gills, you'll be at it.
I'll be at it. Yeah, if there's something annoying me. But if I'm not stressed, so it's a very big giveaway. If there's something bothering me, I know there's something bothering me.
Because you've been up
Because I'm
and
up and
about
at it. Yeah.
Do you think is there ever times like when you're not sharing your bed that you do it and you don't even know you've done it? Like,
Absolutely.
do you think you could have killed someone?
No. Did I tell you the story? I didn't tell you the story.
I really wanted you to think. You please go on. Yeah,
No,
tell me the
just
story.
Laura said this to me because she's flat out into the My Favourite Murder stuff.
Yeah.
Apparently there was a situation, and of course I'm not going to do the story justice. There was a gentleman married to his lady wife.
Yeah.
And they had 2 little kids, and the lady wife had 2 parents.
Okay.
And this father of the kids was very fond of her parents, the mammy's parents. And he used to sleepwalk.
Yeah.
And one night he got up and drove over to the wife's parents' house and killed the 2 of them.
Oh, I think I heard that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I went to trial,
Yeah.
and he got off.
He got off with it. Go away.
Yeah, he was let go.
So if you can, what do they call it?
Sleep killing.
No, but like, have you got a condition like?
I don't think so. No, I think.
Anyway, but like you could use that as a defense, like if you ever want to go and start poking boys.
Oh, so if I do some night go down the town and start poking the head of someone, I
Yeah,
can go,
yeah. I'm not on about murder, Ray, because that's fucking vicious. I'm
Right.
on about like if you want to go poke the head or look in a window.
Well, that's what you can do. Then, so you can start to take up sleepwalking.
Yeah, but you can't take it up, man, because it's not an art form, Ray. It's a serious condition. Like,
Okay.
how dare you, man? Like, sleepwalking kills over 1 people every 30 years, man. When they sleepwalk out onto the bypass.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
Anyway, that is so fascinating to me.
I'm
man.
glad you enjoyed that.
I want all of them. I want 50,000 more.
I'll start recording again.
Please, I want all of them, Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, shall we move on to? I have other bits.
Okay, go on.
I
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
even intending to bring up that bit.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Other bits. First, we might kick in with a song.
Yeah. Again, if you're going to hit me with another fucking song like you did at the start, Ray.
Oh no, I'm going to let this one play.
Okay, go.
This was highlighted to me, right?
Yeah.
The last day,
Okay.
Laura showed it to me.
Right.
I hadn't heard of this song before.
Okay.
I want to know, had you heard of this song?
This is going to be Cardi B shaking her fanny again, man. I'll lose the head. Go
Well,
on.
let's get started with Cardi B.
Yeah.
You know when WAP came out,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody went, Jesus,
Yeah.
that's explicit.
Yeah, well, no, loads of people said, no, that's normal, so just let that be music.
Right. Okay. Well, 7 years earlier, another artist brought out a song, and that artist is Kia,
Oh, yeah.
like the cars.
I think I drove her,
Do you
yeah.
know this one?
I think I drove her before, yeah. She had this rent. Yeah, go on, no, I
This
didn't.
this song is called My Neck and My Neck, comma, My Back.
Yeah.
You ready?
My suitcase and my crack or something.
All you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. All you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. Just do it.
What's she on about?
Do it.
How do you pop
Do
that?
it, do it, do it.
Yeah, it doesn't make any
now.
sense.
Lick it good.
Oh.
This pussy just like you should.
That's ridiculous.
Right now, lick it good.
Children will be listening to this.
Just like you should. My
Like,
neck,
you can
my
get this on
back,
Spotify.
lick my pussy and my crack.
Her crack!
Skippy, but come here, Ray.
Back, lick
That
my
woman is not going to win a fucking Grammy, like. Do you know what I mean?
But right.
They're not going to go, and best song for my pussy and my crack, like, Kia, ladies and gentlemen. And then she goes up and gives a speech like, I couldn't have done this without my mammy. I couldn't have done this without my fanny. Like, she's not going to go and do that. Like, this is all bullshit music, man.
There's one thing in it though that I did enjoy.
Go on.
There was a bell
Where?
in the song.
Like there.
No, there's loads of stuff going on in the background,
Yeah.
right?
it off till I shake and come,
Yeah?
nigga. Make
Shake that what?
Yeah, don't talk to me.
all over your
It's ridiculous.
face and stuff. Slow head, show me so much love. The
Nice bit of bass in it though.
from a thug. The dick good, thick, big and long.
It's lovely.
Yeah, like there's a good groove, like.
There is a nice
but
groove.
she's still on about popping fannies,
Yeah.
right? I don't know what that means.
Now,
like.
wait
Is it a
for-
pill?
There's a beautiful bell coming along here now. Now, see, can you hear it? Right? Right. I think it's the next time round. Lovely bit of bellage. No, the next time round. There's a bit of bellage coming now. No, at the end of this particular verse. Right, here we go. No, that's not it either. I'm telling you, there's a bell coming now.
Wait for
and
the bell, lads.
It's transcendent. Right? Sorry, folks. to
There you
everybody
go.
folks.
I just missed the bell.
Was there a bell?
Yeah, it sounded like church. Sounded like mass.
Did it?
Yeah.
All right.
A minute. We waited about 30 seconds to raise by the bell. He talked over it.
There it was! That's the bell! Go back in.
Yeah,
like a
it's
church
kicking
bell.
in. It is like a church bell, but I tell you what,
Absolute
man.
sacrosanct. Put the church bell in the song like
she
that.
should be ashamed of herself. What's her name? Kia.
Kia,
Yeah, I
like
mean,
the car.
I mean, look, I don't get. Look, if people are into it, I keep saying this all the time. What do I know? Eventually, at some stage, Ray, you have to hand the world over to the next generation of people that are. And if they're into popping fannies, Ray, then they're into popping fannies.
I don't know what it means.
I don't know what it means either. I mean, are we fucking dying? What's
We're
going on
old.
here? No, are we old or are we just not fashionable?
Well, how is it? I don't know how it could be
Popping
fashion.
fannies could be fashion. Who knows,
I
Ray?
don't know what. Like
I watched the
I'd look it up,
documentaries.
like.
I watched the documentaries, right, on Jamaicans who bleach their skin, right?
All right.
And the documentary lady says to one, the gentleman, why are all your boers bleaching their skin, lovey? And he says, Fashion.
Facial. What?
Fashion.
Fashion.
He said, it's fucking fashion. He said,
Right.
and him in Jamaica, man, living in a wee hut, like, he knew, he was like, fashion rules the world. If this is fashionable, the young ones will do it. And if popping fannies, like Kia is telling us it's fashionable, then people will do it. And if whopping all over the place is fashionable, people will do it.
Do you remember in the 1700s?
A little bit like, nah, I was young now, Ray.
Yeah.
I was young.
But the French
Yeah.
used to put loads of powder on their faces. Lads, like.
Yeah, they'd white themselves out
They'd
of it.
white themselves out of it.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Isn't that mad?
And why? Because of fashion.
Fashion.
Whatever was in at the time, people will go with it.
yeah,
Ray.
I'm flat out watching Outlander at the minute, and there's a lad on with a big white face on him.
Right, well, I mean...
But imagine if we powdered out the faces.
Well, I mean, that's... Like, lads wore makeup before women did, didn't they?
They
Isn't
did.
that the old story?
They did.
Yeah, so there you go. You know?
Anyway.
I just don't get the poppy fanny stuff.
No, and we never will.
I don't think we ever will, Ray.
Someone might send in
I mean, what
something
does
to
it
tell
mean?
us. That's what we want to know this
What
week.
does popping fanny
Can please
mean?
someone tell us?
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah. Answers on a postcard, please.
Yeah, right. I suppose there's a couple of things to get through. First of all, I was at the beach
Yeah.
and I have a problem with sand.
Okay. I was going to say you were going to say something else.
What do you want me to do?
I was going to say the only time you ever put photos up on your Instagram is when you're on the beach,
Oh,
which makes you half a young one.
yeah, true.
Go on anyway.
Yeah, and Ben Bulbous in the background.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
man. You're like, that's the only time you ever put yourself and Laura ever put stuff up is when you're like, we're on the beach, let's put something
Beach
up
or a
then.
wedding.
Yeah, beach or wedding.
It's the only other time. That's the only
We
other time.
should do some photos of couples or something, like even just young ones, and zoom in on their face and everyone has to guess beach or wedding.
That's a brilliant question. Okay, and in this one, beach or wedding.
They could tell by the makeup, Ray.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could tell by the makeup,
Or
beach
the
or wedding.
windswept head in me.
Yeah. Anyway, go on anyway. What were you trying to say to me?
Anyway, look, I've had a couple of incidences this week with me doing things funny.
Okay.
The first one was went to the beach on Saturday as we do,
Yeah.
and I get sand in my shoe
Yeah.
because we'd be fucking going up sand dunes, and I hate sand dunes.
Okay.
I really hate
Why
sand
did
dunes.
you have to go up the sand dunes? Because it's fun.
Well, sometimes the dog gets lost up the sand dunes.
Oh, right. Okay. The dog with
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
We rent a dog at the weekend. We do. It's the right way to go.
That's very
We
good.
know a lad that has a dog.
Yeah.
And the dog is called Kovu. Lovely little sprolly.
And you rent it off him.
Well, we don't pay him, but we borrow it. So we don't have a dog ourselves, but we have a dog when we need the dog.
Well, that's funny because I always said the same thing about kids. Kids are brilliant to have.
That's why when Joanne and Michael got married, they're going to have children now, and
Yeah.
we're going to rent them as well.
Yeah, and when they shit, then you go, okay, I've had enough of this thing now.
Yeah.
Same with a dog. Once it starts shite, you're going, okay, I don't
Well,
like
the
this
good thing about
anymore.
the dog is he does be shiting in the places we don't need to worry about him shiting in. Do you know, he doesn't
Right,
shite in the
okay.
car. But yeah, we
Okay.
borrow the dog and we go for nice walks to the beach, and
Yeah.
everybody looks at us and they think, "Just look at them with a nice dog,
Look,
and they're great."
Yeah. Again, you're full Instagram,
Yeah,
man.
full
You're
Instagram young ones, yeah.
Yeah, when you go for it when you get out to the coast.
Problem is though, the dog goes up the sand dunes and I get caught having to try and come up and down the sand dunes.
Oh, yeah.
And I get sand in my shoes, and I hate sand in my shoes.
Yeah,
And
so
I
do I.
hate sand in the house, and I hate sand everywhere. So when I got home on Saturday, I went to wash my feet,
Okay.
to wash the sand off them.
Yeah.
And I told people how I wash my feet. I go into the bathroom and I put a little bit of water in the basin, the wash hand basin, and I put the stopper in, right?
Okay.
And then I lift my foot up
You dirty pig.
and I put my foot in the wash hand basin and I rinse my foot, and then I turn around the other way and I put my other foot in. And then it was pointed out to me that I could have just stepped into the shower and put the hose down and hose down my feet.
Are you... You know, we've talked about it a little bit on this show, like, could you be a murderer? Could you do all this? If you ever did,
Yeah.
and people ask me, or anyone now that's within your house, did you see any signs?
You're right. Why would that be a sign?
That's so weird,
Oh, but
man.
that was my natural way of washing my feet.
You wash your feet in the sink.
I wash my feet in the sink, and I'll tell you, I do some serious gymnastic, Ray. I'd be pure flexible.
No wonder you're so flexible, though.
Oh.
Ray, that is weird. Surely Sean's Riley turns to you and says, Ray, that's weird.
Sean doesn't be in the toilet with me when I'm washing my feet.
Yeah, but how did he... But,
You've
like,
seen our toilet. It's small.
I know, yeah, but I mean, he obviously knows that. Have you told
No,
people
well,
this?
this was all... It's one of these things that I suppose I've done for years and never told anyone. And then when I did tell people, they looked at me with horror.
Yeah, because that's so fucking weird, Ray.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest thing ever. You wash your feet in a handbit instead of just showering your feet, like.
Yeah.
But why?
I don't know.
Did your uncle touch you or something, or
Why
what?
would my uncle touch me?
I don't
God,
know, but there's always these telltale signs, man, and that's fucking super weird.
Maybe it's
man.
from something in my childhood. I don't know. Oh, I can't talk about this, I suppose.
What?
Maybe it is. Well, like, men in this country would
Yeah.
be known sometimes to wash themselves in a basin or sink.
Yeah.
Back in the olden days when there wasn't bathrooms flying around the place.
Oh, absolutely. They'd wash the Brad Pitts.
And perhaps that was prevalent in my family.
Maybe.
Perhaps, I'm not saying it was, but maybe it was.
Maybe the boys were washing under the sink.
Maybe.
Yeah. It happens in every Irish household.
My father's father.
Ray, it happens in every Irish household around this
Even
country.
my grandmother would have been seen washing herself in the sink. So maybe I see, if I'm not having a full-on shower,
Yeah.
the sink is the place to go.
I know, but what, man, it's weird washing your feet,
It's
man. I
much
don't know.
harder in the kitchen, actually, because it's a higher sink. Or
Yeah, Jesus Christ, man. Especially when you just wash it. And that's rotten as well. Like, people are washing their hands in that thing then as well. And you're dirty out feet and above it.
Why is my feet out dirty?
Everyone's feet are dirty, man. That's rotten, like.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Next item on the odd agenda.
Wait, of course they're dirty. You're washing them in the sink.
But they're only bits of sand.
You're not
it's
going to go,
fine.
they were clean. I was only washing them for
But there's
nothing.
only bits of sand.
Anyway, go on again. You were going to say something else to me.
Yeah, next item. The room was too bright. The bedroom.
Oh, we got to get into this now a little bit, actually, before we feck into anything else.
Yeah, the room was too bright. And I thought to myself, if I get a little bit of that, election poster stuff, Corrie board, they call
You're
it.
an absolute aegis.
And I thought if I buy an old sheet of this and put it in the window, it'll black out the window.
Yeah, but it's see-through white, Ray.
I didn't know that. And I cut it out, I measured it, I bought the stuff, walked home at great risk to myself because when you're carrying it before a Corrie board, it's very easy to take off.
I mean, if anything, from looking at the video you had, like, it illuminated the light even a little bit more. To like,
Oh yeah, my lovely little white glow.
Yeah, it did actually.
Cleared it up nicely.
Yeah, but you had to go. I saw you with a saw in your hand. And I said,
I did. I went out and bought all the things then.
I said, he's never had that in his hand before. You did not buy the things you
I
bought.
did. I bought a chop saw.
No.
I bought a square.
No, you didn't.
Tony Travers has nothing to do with it.
Fair play to him, though. He's fair handy with that stuff, isn't he? If he was to have been.
He
would have done.
If Tony could have come over
Yeah.
and fixed my brightness issue,
Yeah.
he would have been marvellous.
He would have been deadly at it.
really deadly. He would have come in, made a lovely job of it,
Yeah.
great company, and left accordingly.
Has he bailed and wrapped his car again yet? No.
What?
You know his car is all full
It's
of-
all gaff tape.
It's all gaff tape, yeah.
Yeah.
Has he done more since?
No, he needs to redo the bonnet.
Oh, yes, redo the bonnet again. If anyone knows, like, if you see a bad old Almera driving around the town that's half white, half black, and there's little bald gentleman inside this, that's Tony Travers' car.
And he's got
It's-
an absolutely tremendous beard at the moment as well.
Has he?
It's the kind of one you'd enjoy scratching while watching television.
Oh, I'd love to scratch his beard. Oh, your own if you had it, you mean. Okay. I miss Tony. Fair play to him. Anyway, you got the blackout stuff done.
Yeah, I'm delighted.
You
now.
reckon it was you. I reckon it was probably Tony.
It was it's a nice black room now, so it is.
Oh, yeah.
A friend of ours, friend of the podcast,
Yeah.
a man by the name of Larry,
Okay.
right? He sent in a little something to us.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. And it is an excerpt of the Irish Press from 1937,
Always interesting.
and it's about bachelors.
Oh, lovely. Go on, yeah. yeah.
Oh, sorry. Sligo has the most bachelors.
No way.
Yeah.
Go on.
There are more bachelors in County Sligo than in any other county in the Free State, said the Reverend Father Stenson, parish priest, Clooney, preaching in Clooney Church. It looked, he said, as if marriages in the parish were going to cease altogether. No man, it appeared, would take a wife without a substantial fortune. And the time was fast approaching where there wouldn't be no Christians held in the church. Right?
Yeah.
All the women were good for nowadays was smoking, dancing and having a good time. And keeping away from their houses as much as possible. The drudgery of the kitchen was not for them. They did not know how to knit, sew, darn a pair of socks, or keep a house clean.
Ignorant bastards.
They would
The
not
whole
know
lot of
how
them.
to look after a husband. If the present state of affairs continued, there would be no need for teachers and the schools would have to be closed. He advised the eligible bachelors to stir out and find suitable wives.
Yeah, now, but what's his name again? Father Reverend Goodentight? What was his name?
It's Father Fitzgoodentight.
Father Fitzgoodentight. So Father
Yeah.
Fitzgoodentight from Clooney in 1937.
Yeah.
Think about that. He's getting vexed that they're out, what? Did he say gallivanting, dancing,
Yeah,
and raving?
yeah. Not much has changed.
Bring him forward to Kia,
Oh,
Pop and Fanny, and Cardi B whopping. Man,
what do you
that
have to
fella,
say then?
he would lose, man, it'd be exorcisms going all around this place, man, if he saw some of the stuff that they're at now.
That's true.
Just shows you it's all contextual, Ray, and of its time, I would say.
Of his time.
But I wonder, did that stand Sligo at all? The fact that the boys weren't out getting the Bjors, like,
Well, there has been Christian sent and the schools never closed, so it looks like things are worked out all right.
maybe.
Yeah.
Fair play to them.
Lastly, we'll do shout outs.
Yeah, go on.
Have you any?
Probably.
I'll
Always
do
forget
one
them.
here and you can have a little think.
No, I don't have any. Go on.
Right. I have to shout out a gentleman,
Okay.
Harry.
Harry.
Oh, it's funny because we just talked about Larry.
Larry and Harry.
So, Larry-
Oh, I want to shout out Barry as well. I forgot to say that yet. Yeah.
Do not, do you?
Perfect. No.
Oh. Harry Lawler.
Okay.
Now, he's sitting there at the production line above in a factory below in Ballina.
Okay. Above
I think he
and below
works in
and down that.
Hollister.
Okay.
He doesn't work in Hollister, that's bad. But if he's sitting there at work listening to this right now, I can only imagine the smile that does be on his face.
I love that.
You love catching people at what they're doing.
I love the fact that we know that they're going to listen and hear the name and then
but
go, oh,
I don't think we'll get this one right. But anyway, he wanted to shout out because apparently he's been listening avidly. He
go away.
plays in a band called Bill O'Wood,
oh, lovely. Does he? Yeah, Jesus.
and they're fantastic.
Yeah, tremendous band.
And he just said he'd like a shout out. I do
Oh,
believe.
Fair play to him.
Although there was something else I meant to say about him. Oh yeah, there's a memory about that lad.
Go on.
One of his fondest childhood memories is when I put him into a bin.
Is he the same age as you?
No, he's younger. He's,
I was gonna
he's-
say, 'cause if
he's
you
in
were
around
bu-
the sister's age.
Yeah, well, you'd only bully people younger than you. Okay, go on. Yeah.
That's all I can manage. Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to.
Apparently, when at one of the sisters' birthday parties, he was over at our house, and what I did for crack for them was put them into the wheelie bin.
Yeah.
I put them into the wheelie bin, and then I'd wheel them around the house.
The smell.
I don't know. It must have been one of the recycling.
Nah,
ones
there
or
was
something.
no recycling bins back then, man.
Well, my mother used to keep a tidy bin. And but apparently with
That
Harry,
was the one thing that stood to me out, lady.
she'd have a tidy bin.
I tell you, she kept a tidy bin, Carmel did.
Tidy bin, Carmel.
on.
She kept a very tidy bin. She does. She would. But what happened was with Harry, I think I left him out in the main road. Not at the side of it. I put him right in the middle of it, and he was small at the time, and he's big now, and he couldn't get out at the time.
Well, Harry, man, you're lucky to still be here. I'm glad you could fucking listen to us.
Luckily, our road is a quiet one.
And fair play to you, boy.
Fair play to us.
We
Do
love
I have
you.
anything else? I don't think I have anything else.
Fair play to us all.
And we'll go. And the event by podcast before we go.
Oh, yeah, the Event by Podcast is still up online. You can still
Yeah.
listen to us where we talk to Brendan Tierney and Shane Gillen about the state of the events industry.
It went down all right.
It went down savage, yeah. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Oh, also a big shout out to Brian McDermott from the Brian McDermott Band featuring Brian McDermott. I was on his podcast this week, which is the Wedding Band podcast.
We never talked about that.
Yeah, talking about all things hot fuss.
When do you get interviews and me not?
Because you're not the Wedding Band, bye.
Okay. Fair enough.
No, fair play to Brian. It was tremendous to be on. We told some nice little stories and got to the bottom of a lot of the problems in the wedding industry as well.
Right, so check
So I have
Kendy
the
out.
event sorted and I have the wedding sorted.
And we also have to, this is one very last item before we wrap up.
Go on.
We have to, a special shout out to Niamh Tierney,
Lovely.
who refuses to contribute to the Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
She's-
Completely forgot about that.
She's listening flat out
Yeah.
to us and enjoying it
Yeah.
and not contributing.
And it's not in our nature, Ray, me and you, to call
Call
people out like
yeah.
that. But when you're sitting at home,
Yeah.
that ignorant, listening every single week,
Yeah.
and not contributing to the Patreon,
Tell ya.
like as if we do this for the good of our Mickeys, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
You-
That's
yeah.
what really vexes me.
And she's a pillar of the community.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, supposedly,
Yeah.
she walks around the place like a politician, man.
She
Like
has
a
children as well.
she walks around the place like a politician's wife, right? And then,
Who does driving instruction on the side.
and she has the ignorance then to go, well, I'm not paying for a Patreon.
Yeah.
I know we don't usually do that, lads, but we have to call her out in it.
She's a
because-
bit like our friend Hannah. Why am I paying for their hobbies?
Yeah, no, but yeah, I know.
Hannah learned her lesson.
Yeah,
she
and even
signed
worse
up.
than that, Hannah signed up.
Yeah, fair play to you,
Neve
Hannah.
is
Thanks
just
very
being
much, by the way.
ignorant, man. Honest to God.
Yeah. So Niamh Tierney, just Niamh Tierney, just in case anyone's wondering. That's what you take away from this week's episode. We've probably shamed her with that now.
Oh,
Did we go too hard?
Shit, I didn't even think of that.
Oh, we don't want to go too hard on her either.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Oh, well, let's leave it at that then, because I don't think we went too far, obviously.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, let's leave it. Jeez, I didn't even think of that at all. Anyway, look, that's it for episode 110, lads. Ray, fair play to me. Go on.
That's 110, Kendy.
I know, 110.
No, that's what you say. You know, if something's all right in the country.
110%.
Yeah, no, I'll be up to you. I'll be up to 6 o'clock. That's 110. Thanks very much. Go on.
We left you with a great joke, lads. Fair play to me.
Fair play to me.
Good luck.
Good luck.